As we've told you, it is a spectacular weather day here in Cleveland, Ohio. Mid-70s throughout the afternoon. There is a bit of a breeze, as you can see, coming out of the west. It is going to be sunny all afternoon long. We were walking on the field before the game, Randy. It's in perfect shape. The stadium is immaculate. And Tony Dungy brings his Indianapolis Colts into this stadium 10-6 a year ago, but they finished losing 41-0 to the Jets in the playoffs. And Butch Davis is beginning his third year. He is 16-16 after coaching 6 years at the University of Miami.
And Kevin, the common theme between these two excellent defensive coaches was speed. Both coaches mentioned we've gotten faster. Tony Dungy's defense has been in the system now for a full year. He thinks the second year there'll be marked improvement. And Butch Davis has all new linebackers, but as a group and as a team, his defense has gotten considerably faster.
Phil Dawson will kick off for the Cleveland Browns. 9-7 a season ago, losing to Pittsburgh in the playoffs 36-33. And a rookie. He'll be back, Brad Pyatt, out of northern Colorado, along with backup running back Brian Allen. Last season, the Colts beat Cleveland 28-23 after trailing 16-0 at halftime. And again, Tony Dungy will take his team on the road. They played in Jacksonville last year, opening day, and won against Mark Brunell and the Jaguars.
And the Browns found out last year what a lot of teams have found out in the last 5 years. If you don't have the coffin shut on Peyton Manning, don't count it as a win. You got to play 60 minutes against this football team. They can come back from anything.
It's the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. And Pyatt, the rookie, will take it for Indianapolis and finds a seam, and then is eventually brought down by linebacker Sean Thompson, a rookie. It is a 35-yard return. Orchestrator of that offense, coordinator Tom Moore. From the 38, it is first down and 10. Under center Jeff Saturday, Peyton Manning. And on the move through the air right off the bat and goes outside into the 46-yard line. The pass is caught by running back. They've got James in the backfield. And Manning, who is always sending 2 or 3 plays, has selected one. And Edgerrin James hit and brought down by Robert Griffith. Slides close to a first down up near the 48-yard line. Edgerrin James last year had ankle sprains, he had ribs, he had hamstring. Most importantly, coming back from a reconstructed knee.
And that ACL, and you hear it all the times, folks, but 1 year is minimum to get back to semi-normal. And I really think if Edge can get back to being the edge for the Indianapolis Colts, this can be a football team that can contend late into January, if not play, on that wonderful Super Bowl Sunday down in Houston.
47-yard line, 3rd and 1. They brought in Detron Smith with Edgerrin James. There are 2 tight ends in there with Joe Dean Davenport, and a timeout taken by Peyton Manning.
Peyton's a little frustrated, didn't get that play in, he thought, quite fast enough. This is a check with me offense he runs with Tom Moore, but he needs that call early so he can do the check with me and decide which play to run.
Peyton Manning just called a timeout. That would surprise some people, I think.
Well, they look kind of like a basketball team, I think, Kevin, and you should be able to relate to that. They kind of feel out the opponent for the first few minutes. This isn't kind of an instant strike offense.
5 defensive linemen for the Colts, 2 linebackers, 3rd and 1. 47-yard line, the fake to James, and Manning to the air, and he's got a receiver wide open. His tight end, Marcus Pollard. He's got the first down. The ball is yard free. It rolls out of play after the hit from Dalen McCutcheon. It's at the 35-yard line. It is a gain of 18 yards, and on 3rd and 1, Manning pulls one out of his hat to the former basketball player at Bradley.
Well, we always talk about Peyton and how good he is in play action. Watch this segment of the field as Pollard comes all the way across, and he is wide open right about in here. Drags across. You've heard about the lonely runner and the lonely receiver, and that's a lonely tight end because he's there all by himself. But Tony Dungy was holding his breath when that ball went on the ground. That's the kind of thing you get with Peyton, though, with that play action faking. It can get the linebackers. And remember, this linebacker group is young and inexperienced. And he said he was going to make a point of challenging them early with that play action, bring them up, get a wide open receiver.
An injury timeout for the Cleveland Browns. The injured Browns player was Dalen McCutcheon. He walked off under his own power. There you see him. His replacement, Lewis Sanders. Both running backs now off on the side with Williams and Edgerrin James. Manning, who just completed the 18-yard pass, 1st and 10, 35-yard line of Cleveland. Good time, and he throws right through the hands of James, who was covered on the play by Taylor, the linebacker, 2nd and 10.
That's one thing about Tom Moore, the offensive coordinator of the Colts. He's not afraid to do things a little differently. In fact, you know, we talked about their different formations and their feeling out process. Tom Moore opens up first play of the game. He has Ricky Williams in as wide receiver. He was split out wide, caught the first pass of the game. There he's got both running backs at the top of the screen.
A couple tight ends. Dalen McCutcheon back in the game for Sanders. 35-yard line, 2nd down and 10.
No passes to Marvin Harrison yet.
They send Bentley in. Nice tackle is made as James got the call, but Robert Griffith was right there. 32 years of age, 10 years out of San Diego State. It'll be 3rd down.
This is just a chess match guess by Dave Campo, the defensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns. Look at Robert Griffith come up there. There is absolutely nobody in this gap to block Robert Griffith. He can't wrap up with that right hand, though, folks. Look at the cast on that thing. He's got a broken index finger, but he wrapped up pretty good with that offhand.
5 defensive backs, nickel defense now. Ward is on the defensive line for Cleveland. 3rd down and 10, 35-yard line. It's Manning moving up niftily and throwing the pass, which is caught, 22-yard line. The grab made by Reggie Wayne. The tackle is made by Crocker, who is a rookie out of Marshall. On 3rd and 10, he picks up 13 and another first down through the air.
Well, there's form in a pocket, and then there's just sort of form in a wall. Nice job by the young rookie Shulo at right guard, number 74. And Peyton Manning, with this much time, can be deadly. And so far to this point, they've just sort of proved, the Colts have, that they don't have to throw every time to Marvin Harrison. He hasn't seen anything yet.
7th play of the drive, couple tight ends, including rookie Dallas Clark. James is in the backfield, 22-yard line of Cleveland. Base defense for the Browns. James brought in and hit high by middle linebacker Andre Davis. After a gain of 3, he's to the 19.
Defenses have to be very scared of a running back like Edgerrin Davis. You know, Andre Davis, 54, was talking about, how do you attack this guy? I said, do you settle? Do you try to get him differently? He says, no, he's one of those backs, you better be going full speed. Even if he makes a move and makes you look bad, you're never going to get close to him if you're not going full speed.
2 tight ends, 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 19. Manning, look at the time. And that's James, who is tackled by Taylor. Tumbling to the 13, close to a first down. And about a gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, we keep talking about Marvin Harrison. Hasn't gotten a ball yet. Check this out. You think he was open? Do you think he was open? Dalen McCutcheon back in the game at cornerback, kind of bit on that play action fake and left Marvin wide open.
Base defense is in there for the Browns. It is a first down from the 12-yard line. The fake to James. And incomplete, kind of threw it back into James. It looked like in the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10.
Well, Peyton knows how to live to fight another day too. He's not gonna force something just at the sake of somebody being free. And Courtney Brown and company up front got through really quick on that middle screen.
Pollard comes out and they bring in running back Ricky Williams. You see some red zone numbers there.
Well, I tell you, Courtney Brown is a guy that, if he has a big season, as fast as they've gotten at linebacker, this defense can do something special for Butch Davis.
2nd down, 10 from the 12. Marvin Harrison on the move. Good block by Dean, the right tackle. And Edgerrin James dancing on the side and grabbed onto. Dalen McCutcheon was there with the tackle. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they work their way to about the 5-yard line or so. They get the 6.
Well, this is a nice job, too. You know, if you're a youngster out there just starting to play football, talk about breaking down and making a tackle. This defense is breaking down and making tackles right now on Edgerrin James, not buying the first move and doing a nice job of rallying to the ball and getting some help from the backside.
5 defensive backs for the Browns, 3rd and 4 for the Colts. Game-opening drive, 6-yard line. Manning has deployed 4 receivers. And across the middle, Harrison to about the 3, tackled by safety Earl Little and middle linebacker Andre Davis. And he'll be close to a first down. Let's see where they spot it. Manning has gone to the air on 3rd downs on this drive and completed each for first downs.
Well, you just saw the reason I think Marvin Harrison is probably, you know, the most dangerous receiver. A lot of receivers will catch the ball outside. A lot of the receivers will run slants nowadays. But Marvin Harrison, he's fearless when it comes to going inside. He does not care. And I think that's what separates him. He's a skilled guy that doesn't mind seeing a linebacker.
And Randy, you rarely see him get whacked. He knows how to avoid a hard tackle. He lives, like you say, he lives to play another play.
Kind of like a great boxer.
Yeah.
And a great boxer knows how to get hit. And a great football player, especially one that's a receiver or a running back or a quarterback, knows how to get hit.
So on 3rd and 1, Manning goes to Pollard. On 3rd and 10, he goes to Reggie Wayne. On 3rd and 6, he goes to Harrison. And it's a pretty well-constructed, well-conceived game-opening drive for the Colts.
Well, Dave Campo and his defense, after this drive's over, will have some adjustments to make because Tom Moore has pretty much shown him the entire buffet. He's given him formations. He's given him personnel. He's given him just about everything he can to think about. The only thing he hasn't given him is just sort of a lead back slam kind of a play.
5 defensive linemen, 3 tight ends for the Colts. Smith and James in the backfield. Play action by Manning to the end zone and intercepted and picked off on the play by Bentley, who gets some blocking help and takes it out to the 25-yard line. Peyton Manning has only thrown 11 red zone interceptions in his career. That is number 12, and it couldn't have come at a worse time.
Well, last year he had 15 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the red zone. Here, good play action fake. They showed him the run, and Peyton just gets a little too cute, a little too much touch. And now you see a little bit of why the value is of movement, quicker linebackers. Last year, I don't think the guys they had were a little bit bigger, a little bit more physical. Make that play. Butch Davis changes personnel, and Peyton Manning pays for it on the first drive of the season.
And Bentley comes up with his first career interception in the NFL, and so Kelly Holcomb takes over at the 23, 1st and 10. A fake to Green. Holcomb is chased on the play, and flags are thrown, and the play is outside. And that is the running back, William Green, with the reception. Good for 29 yards, but let's just see exactly what they say. Looks like maybe Ryan Tucker, the tackle move.
No, maybe.
Yeah, he did.
Pure pro wrestling takedown.
Holding, number 72, offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
The leadership of Bruce Arians, the guy who used to be the quarterback's coach with the Cleveland Browns. 1st and 20. Back at the 13-yard line. More movement on the line, and there go flags. They're going to blow that dead in mid-motion.
We talk about that linebacker group from Cleveland to sort of finish that note off. Last year, the entire season, that whole linebacker group had 1 interception. They've already equaled that for this year.
And 1 sack, exactly. Very good point. The defense of the Colts is better, and they think the defense of Cleveland is better.
Neutral zone infraction, number 90, defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
He's out of Ohio State, 1st and 15. Willie Green is stood up by the aforementioned Thornton, and he's out to about the 23, picking up 5 on the play.
You know, this doesn't seem like much. Nice run by Green, but I want to point out something with this offensive line. See the nice job they do of keeping contact? Well, most everybody but Sean O'Hara, but look at the drive of William Green. Leg drive, the squirm. You know, one of the greatest squirmers of all time went in the Hall of Fame this year, and that was Marcus Allen. The guy that picked up an extra 2 or 3 yards and everybody thought he was down.
23-yard line, second down and 10. Good block by Green. Great catch made by Quincy Morgan at the 38-yard line. A gain of 15 on the play. And that is a first down. Holcomb, who won the job because of his accuracy, tackled by Harris, was the receiver Morgan.
Look at the pad that Morgan's getting from Walt Harris. That's a gimme. From the snap of the ball, Kelly Holcomb knew he was going exactly where he ended up going to, right there to Morgan. And it's a nice receiver group that's got a little bit of a unique personality. Every guy has a totally different kind of package. You've got speed and size in Morgan. You've got a small guy with hands in Kevin Johnson. It's a nice mix.
We've got Green and White in the backfield. It's first and 10 for Holcomb. He throws off to Jamel White, the ex-Colt. Flag has been thrown. And you think a hold? Gain of 6 right there. Wiped away.
Little defensive holding on the outside.
It's going to be on the Indianapolis Colts. Walt Anderson is our referee today, and he is in his first season as a referee, a former line judge before.
Holding, number 21, defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
From the 42, it's first and 10 for Holcomb with a couple tight ends. And Green in the backfield, and William Green out of Boston College gets the call. He is tackled on the play by Chad Bratsky and Dries Bashir. It's a gain of about 3.5 on the play. You look at the former Giant Bratsky.
Nice acceleration and run through by Bratsky coming from the backside. Look at that. And lined up at right defensive end, comes all the way across. And what does the back see? He sees a hole. Sees a little bit of blue and doesn't see the big blue 92 coming from his left. Putting that nice little lick on him.
Nickel defense just put in second down and 6. Ball's at the 46-yard line. And Holcomb again finds a seam. Dennis Northcutt slashes his way inside the 30-yard line to the Colt 29. He was brought down by Doss. He picks up 25 yards. Another Cleveland Brown first down.
I tell you, if you're worried about protection for a quarterback like Kelly Holcomb, what do you do with Dwight Freeney? Look at this. 1, 2, 3 guys to block 2. What does that buy you? That buys you time. And if you get time, Quincy Morgan told us 2 days ago that he thought against these defensive backs, these receivers could do some serious business, and so far, business is open.
Nickel defense, first and 10, Colt 30. William Green, upended on the play by the linebacker Thornton, finished off on top by Jim Nelson, a reserve linebacker. It's a gain of 4, and they marked the ball at about the 26-yard line.
Oh, I like that from both sides. Not only from the nice cut and the blocking by the Browns, but how about that hit on the backside? I mean, William Green went from 60 to 0 in 0.2 seconds. That was a smack. David Thornton ran right through him.
Base defense now for the Colts. Second down, long 6. Pitch out to Green. Blocked by Stokes, doesn't materialize, and he is nailed outside by Doss, the rookie. No gain, 3rd and 6. Kid played at Ohio State, did Doss, and he is from nearby Canton, Ohio, McKinley High School.
You talk about the cover 2 defense. See these 2 safeties? That's where it gets its name. Watch how quickly, though, Doss fills up here. Remind you of somebody? Tony Dungy brought up the name Lynch. Little Lynch guy for Tampa Bay. John plays a little bit of safety and similar kind of position, expecting the similar kind of things. Just make plays.
Nickel defense. White is in the backfield for Holcomb. 3rd and 7 from the 27. And Holcomb hit as he throws, and the pass is caught. It's Kevin Johnson, grabbed by Harris. Gain of 6, shy of a first down by about a yard. Robert Mathis, flag is down too, back at the 33. Robert Mathis is a rookie on the defensive line of the Colts. They bring him in on the nickel defense on pass rush situations. And
roughing the passer, number 98, defense. Contact to the quarterback's head.
That time he just got called.
Well, if you're young, fast, and enthusiastic, one of the problems is they're taking care of the quarterback these days. That's him right there, kind of jumping off sides, getting back. Anytime you get a quarterback up around the head, you're asking for trouble in this league. It wasn't much of a late hit, but he did get Kelly Holcomb up around the head, and There's very little interpretation that goes on with our officials these days about a quarterback anywhere above the shoulder pads. You hit them, you're going to get a flag.
Red zone numbers from last season. Middle linebacker for the Colts today is Rob Morris. He had surgery a month ago, began practicing Wednesday and starts today. Yeah.
Basically going to play first and second downs, but it's hard to get off the field when the offense isn't stopped.
First and 10 at the 11.
Watch the quick slants.
Uh-oh.
Or the real quick defensive end.
Chad Bradsky was in the backfield.
Chad Bradsky,
quickly.
He had his extra cup of coffee at breakfast this morning.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 90. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, this is a football team, Kevin. The Colts and Tony Dungy took a lot of pride in the number of penalties they didn't get last year. They had the 7th. They were number 7 in the league as far as penalties goes, fewest in the league last year, and they're getting off to kind of a rocky start penalty-wise.
It is now 1st and 5. And this is Green diving near the goal line and short.
About a foot.
And short. And about that far, as Holcomb tells his sideline and Coach Butch Davis.
What you have to watch here, watch where he goes off. Watch where he leaves his feet. And you learn something. What do you learn if you're William Green? You learn that you can only jump from 3 yards, not 3 yards and 2 feet. Because he jumped about 3 yards. Unfortunately, he needed to reach out that little extra bit. Got a rookie center here, Jeff Fain. A lot of pressure on a rookie.
3 tight ends, 5 defensive linemen, Green in the backfield. And he gets the call, and he is stood up by Marcus Washington with a great hit at about the 1-yard line and driven back to the 2. 3rd year as a starter out of Auburn.
What a nice job by the Colts defense. Watch the penetration by the blue jerseys, and you don't see much happen in this direction by the Cleveland Browns offensive line. Stuff, penetration, dive over the top by Morris. I'll tell you, Rob Morris hasn't practiced all year long, but he hasn't forgotten how to dive over the top and hit a running back.
Hayden becomes the 3rd tight end. Green back there, 2nd down goal at the 1. Holcomb deflected and through the hands of Hayden, incomplete. With the pressure coming up the middle from Bradsky and Raheem Brock. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 1.
Well, we're talking commitment. Defense loves to commit. Look at Rob Morris coming through on the blitz. You've got defensive linemen screaming and yelling and jumping, and balls tipped, balls in the air. That's like a fire drill that defenses run on a regular basis. Get as much penetration as you can. Get the hands up if they throw it.
3 defensive backs, 5 on the defensive line. 3rd and goal at the 1. Hayden in the backfield, now sent in motion. Green will follow Hayden and get a great block on the side from Tucker. But there again is Marcus Washington, who makes another good play, and David Thornton finished him off. Now it is 4th and goal.
Defense is about responsibilities. You fill here, you fill here, you fill here. Look at the responsibility. Everybody is where they should be, and Washington and Thornton are there on the backside to clean up. You can't penetrate, there's one responsibility. You're getting penetration, 2nd responsibility. Washington stands them up, Thornton gets them from the backside. That's team defense. Tony Dungy says the learning curve increases in the 2nd year. Good illustration.
Good hold by the Colts, and that 19-yard field goal by veteran Phil Dawson is in. Remember, the Browns had it 1st and goal at the 1. A nice stand by the Colts defense and Chad Bradsky. Pretty good way for your defense to start out when the opponent's got it 1st and goal at the 1.
That tells you something about faith in your offensive line, and how you don't develop it is not being able to bang it in from there.
Kickoff coming from Dawson. Pyatt and Allen are deep back, and this is the rookie at the 1-yard line, Brad Pyatt. And nice tackle made by Sean Thompson, a rookie from West Texas A&M. 14-yard return And that's how he made this team, by special teams.
Yeah, he who hesitates is lost. He's smacked.
19-yard field goal moments ago by Dawson. Cleveland on top, but they did have it first and goal at the 1. This is the second possession coming up for the Indianapolis Colts.
See, there is a crown on this field. You can only see half the ball from the sideline. That was a great shot.
15-yard line, first and 10. Manning has got James in the backfield. No changes either way in this change of ball. And it's James outside. And fumbled on the play after the big hit put on him. Boy, they had Little and Griffith over there making some hits. And the ball will be spotted at about the 27-yard line, and the gain on the play is about 12.
Since the old days in Minnesota, Robert Griffith will come up and he will spank you. Edgerrin James, full steam ahead. Goes right into Griffith, and they light him up. How do you not hold on here, though? I mean, they get the helmet in there, but you know, Tony Dungy and his coaching staff have got to be a little concerned right now about the ball bouncing around. Bad precedent to start turning it loose that early.
2 tight ends. That slot is a tight end. The rookie from Iowa, Dallas Clark, first and 10. Good time for Manning, and there's a pass. The second one today caught by the tight end Pollard. The tackle made by Ben Taylor. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that should take us to the end of the first quarter. Oof. So both teams have been in the red zone. Colts came up empty-handed, and only 3 points for the Cleveland Browns.
Each team gets a drive or so, and it's a quarter's over.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Browns 3, Colts nothing. We return to Cleveland Browns Stadium after these messages as you're watching the NFL on CBS. Opening day in the NFL with Randy Cross, our entire CBS crew. Kevin Harlan, Cleveland Browns Stadium, a 19-yard field goal for the Browns. Manning has thrown a red zone interception. In fact, he threw it in the end zone. Second down and 4 as we start the second quarter. From the 33, James in the backfield, 4 carries and 15 yards. Pollard makes his 3rd catch of the day. Taylor with the hit, gain of 4. They'll mark him at the 37, and he should have a first down.
Well, we haven't seen much Marvin Harrison so far. One of the reasons is they're pretty much double teaming him inside out every time he goes down the field.
Base defense remains in there for the Cleveland Browns. First and 10, Manning, 37-yard line. Is he audible a lot? I know he calls the play at the line, but this is audible.
That's check with me. You call 2 plays in the huddle, and you're telling which one you're going to run.
Play clock at 1. Blitz is on. James picks it up. What a catch on the near side by Marvin Harrison. That's a gain of 4. Covered on the play by a couple. McCutcheon along with Taylor at the 41-yard line.
Well, the first question that pops to mind with a combination like Manning and Harrison, honestly, is how do you catch 143 balls a year? And obviously when you have that good of hands, you're going to catch as many as they throw at you, but you can't stop Marvin Harrison in Peyton's mind or in Marvin Harrison's mind. And I think that's the most important thing. It's not up to the defense as far as they're concerned. It's solely up to them.
McKinley has taken the place of Roy on that defensive line. Second down and 6. Sweep with James. Oh, grab from behind, and he gets away from Davis. He spins by Griffith, and he corkscrews his way to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12. Tackle eventually made on that defense by Warren. Let's go to New York and Jim Nantz.
All right, thank you, Kevin, Randy. Chiefs and Chargers, and if you took Priest Holmes in your fantasy draft, I think you're going to be very pleased. His second touchdown of the first quarter. First one was from 24 out, this from 5 out, 14-0 Kansas City. Let's go back to Kevin and Randy.
All right, Jim, thank you. 6 consecutive wins in Arrowhead for the Chiefs over San Diego. Here, 3-0 Cleveland. Manning's got it first and 10 after a beautiful run by Edgerrin James, 48-yard line. Go outside, DeMullen with the block, and James is finally forced out of bounds by Andre Davis after a gain of 4. And he is near the 44. Coming up the next till halftime, join Jim, Dan, Deanne, and Boomer, scores and highlights, plus a preview of the U.S. Men's Open Final. Andy Roddick will be in that coming up on the Nextel halftime report.
You know, Kevin, as we watch here Edgerrin James run, and you're sitting at home and you want to say, why is this guy so good? Watch his lower body. Don't get obsessed with everything that happens above the waist. Watch his lower body. That's where his power is. That's where his speed is. And that's where I think most of his talent is.
McKinley is on the defensive line in place of Warren. 2nd down 6. Play action with the block from James. They come from the side. He's brought down by Courtney Brown. A sack by Brown. The first sack by the Browns today. And Courtney Brown now has 12 sacks in 33 games. They expected more from the former #1 overall pick in the draft.
Well, remember, coming back from that microfracture surgery for the damage done to his knee last year, but you could have fooled me if he slowed him down at all. There he is right out here. Got him working. Look at the pull and the scream, and he's working against Ryan Deem, and he pulls him and throws him down and gets a sack. Great sign for Browns fans.
Nickel defense, rookie Chris Crocker is in for the Browns, 3rd and 13. Manning outside, and it's caught. Troy Walters, he will take it to the 41. He is banged on the play by Davis. It's a gain of 10. They're shy of a first down by a couple yards. And Troy Walters could not get it, and the Indianapolis Colts have got a punt.
Nice job on the blitz, better job on finishing. How do you finish? You're Andre Davis and the gang right there making that finish all over Troy Walters. You run right through him, and there's no more running and no more arguing out of a receiver.
Hunter Smith will punt. Dennis Northcutt is back at about the 8-yard line. Centered by Justin Snow. This will be fair caught, but inside the 10. He's a veteran. Why would you fair catch inside the 10?
I don't know. His guess, because he figures a punter like that can stop the ball on a dime. He might have been right. A little bit of a question about why was the ball fair caught. Now watch Hunter Smith. Look at the drop. See the way he's holding it? He's dropping it straight down like that, so it'll come out end over end. And those are the type of balls when you're going to catch them. If you let it hit on the ground, they're either going to bite back towards the kicker or they're just going to die on the ground.
Josh Williams joins the defensive line for the Colts from the 7-yard line. Holcomb 1st and 10. William Green bouncing outside. We got a good block from Kevin Johnson. A flag is down. Das makes the stop. And it's a gain of 7 as it stands right now.
Brad Scioli immediately gets up off the ground pointing the other way. That usually tells you that that defensive end was held on that play. And anytime the corner is that easy to get, there's a pretty good reason.
Holding, 95, offense. Half the distance from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
1st and 13, and the ball is back at the 4. And Holcomb in his end zone, grabbed by Scioli, brought down, the ball got out of there, it's incomplete. But Scioli was at his ankles, dragging him down. Good play by Holcomb and by Scioli.
Well, not only Scioli, but also Triplett. That side is going to get a lot of good penetration. Watch inside, you can see Scioli, and here comes 75, Triplett, collapsing everything in on Holcomb. Both these defensive lines love to come at you in waves. It's not like there's only 4 guys playing. They both play 7 guys.
Base defense, Bratsky is in. 2nd down, 13 for Holcomb. 3 receivers. And Green in the backfield. Holcomb down the middle, and a nice catch is made. At the 27-yard line, Morris with the tackle on Dennis Northcutt. And they worked on a linebacker, a gain of 22 yards to the 26.
An excellent pass. Watch Rob Morris, the middle linebacker, is going to try to drop back and close this zone so that the receiver can't be hit here. Look at the area Holcomb throws this ball into. You want to talk about tight? I mean, it's an awful lot to ask out of a middle linebacker to run that far back, but that's the spot in the zone that was out open.
Bratsky is out, Williams back in, Northcutt on the fly, 1st down and 10. That's an end around, and Northcutt can't find any room because Rob Morris is right there, a loss of a yard on the play. We told you the remarkable story of Morris, and shows great quickness. He was supposed to only play on 1st and 2nd downs today, but I think he's playing more than
those are the downs the Browns are making their yards.
Yeah.
You can't get off the field.
Mass substitutions now. They bring in Monte Rager and Bradsky on the line. Macklin comes in as a 5th defensive back. So a nickel defense now for the Indianapolis Colts. The 3 receivers deployed by Holcomb. 2nd down and 11 at the 25. Jim Nelson is coming as a nickel linebacker. Holcomb down the middle, and it's caught by the backpedaling tight end Steve Hayden, the ex-Charger. Picks up 16 on 2nd down and 11. And the tackle made in the secondary by Bashir, and the ball's at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, one of the things that's interesting to me is how similar these two systems are. One consistency in most systems, if you can get a tight end up the seam, you can do some business. Hayden does a nice job, but this is almost like team playing against each other. You know, the offenses and defenses of both these football teams are just startlingly similar to a lot of the same things.
Monte Rager remains in there, 41-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The fake end around, and Holcomb goes outside, caught by Green. A block by O'Hara, and then grabbed from behind by Thornton, the linebacker, and he's got a 1st down to the 48-yard line of Indianapolis. It's a gain of 11 yards on the play.
Well, here's a part of the football game that Green wants to get better at, catching the ball. And they set that one up on a table. That was on a tee. If he was a baseball player, that would have been on a batting tee for him, because that was a little razzle-dazzle, a little shamalang with a
fake dong.
Yeah, a fake around, a little screen right. But if he wants to play every single down for the Cleveland Browns, he has to prove to Butch Davis and his staff he can protect and he can catch passes out of the backfield.
3 tight ends. And they've got James Jackson in the backfield for the first time, and he gets the call. The former running back at Miami is brought down by Brad Scioli as he slides for a gain of 3 near the 45-yard line. There's Scioli, former high school quarterback. Scioli.
There's a difference between high school when you get all this. I'm coaching a 7th grade football team down in Atlanta, the Milton Eagles. Yeah. There's a lot of kids there playing skill positions that'll be like nose tackles in a couple of years.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
It's just, you mature. Coaches look at you, they say, you know what, he was a quarterback. You'd make a good tackle.
Josh Williams back on that defensive line. 2nd down and 7 from the 45. Hand off here again to Jackson, and from behind once again it's Scioli. He scrambles right after the running back and goes down to the 42-yard line and picks up 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and to Scioli's credit, he's been kind of the other end for a while in Indianapolis. First it was Bradsky as the big, free agent coming in from the Giants, and then it was Dwight Freeney, and all Scioli does usually is just make plays. He's around the ball, and he's not real big. 6'3", 280, and the league nowadays is almost Lilliputian.
Nickel defense, nickel offense too. Jamal White and Andre Davis have come in. 4 receivers deployed. 3rd down 4 at the Colt 42 for Cleveland. And Holcomb gets around Mathis and throws outside. Great coverage on the play by Nick Harper, who is on the wing. He's the starting right corner, and he knocks that ball away. It's incomplete, and because of that play, the Cleveland Browns have got a punt.
Well, Harper was seeing green grass and good times in front of him right here. He's another step in front of that. He's going the other way, trying to decide what he's going to do with the ball once he crosses the end zone.
Chris Gardocki, who has never had a punt block, will be booting it off to Hyatt, who's back at about the 9. And Pyatt will let this bounce inside the 5. It's gathered in by Hayden. Some nice special teams coverage on the play. Lewis Sanders down there, a 39-yard punt. After the punt by the Cleveland Browns, leading 3-0 over the Colts, Peyton Manning takes over at his 4, 1st and 10. 3 tight ends. They get 2 tight ends now. They took 1 out. Deton Smith is back in there. DeMullen gives a lead block for James. He is hit by a host of them, including Bentley. 2 tight ends. Harrison on the move. 2nd down, short 6. Manning with time, dumps it off. Joe Dean Davenport, the tight end, with the grab. The tackle made by Gerard Warren from the defensive line. It's a gain of 7 on 2nd and 6. They move the chains and have a first down to the 16-yard line.
You know, Steve Shulo, the rookie right guard, starting next to Ryan Dean for the Colts here. I put together a little something like Mudd. That's because he's got to be like his coach, Howard Mudd, is one of the great right guards. 18, take care of Peyton Manning, and must be special. He must be special. He's starting as a rookie this early for Dungy and Howard Mudd.
Manning has gone to 7 different receivers today. Second, make it 1st and 10 from the 16. Lane on the move. Torrent Glenn with the block. James stacked up and brought down. You can name about everybody on that defense. They got a hold of him. Orpheus Roy. They had Henry over there. Andre Davis and Courtney Brown. They're all a part of it. There's Andre Davis making his first NFL start today as a middle linebacker.
Well, you can't argue with what Butch Davis told us Friday, in that how much faster his defense has gotten because his linebackers have gotten so much faster. We've seen interceptions. We've seen big hits. We've seen team tackling. The one thing we've seen mostly out of his linebackers is good rally to the ball speed.
Courtney Brown is out. Mark Ward is in. 2nd down and 10. Ricky Williams coming in for Manning in the backfield. And a pass caught by Marvin Harrison. And the linebackers got him there. They got Bentley and they got Taylor and they got
all of them.
Davis. Yeah, all three of them. All three making their first NFL starts today.
And they had an agreement. Let's meet at Marvin. You know, Marvin's going to line up wide. He's going to come in our kitchen here. Let's meet at Marvin.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. All 3 linebackers. And how's the rookie Shulo doing? A little bit high, but staying in front of Orpheus Roy, who is all kinds of a load.
Lang goes back in the game. Courtney Brown on that line. 3rd down and 2. 25, make a 24-yard line. Oh, we just threw it down because the flags were coming.
False start. 78. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Look at Tony Dungy. 6 years in Tampa Bay. 4 of those 6 he went to the playoffs.
One of the best that's in the process of building something pretty special at Indianapolis. He and Bill Polian have got it to the point where they're getting their kinds of ball players, and you're going to see something out of this team this year.
Word, Warren, Roy, Lang on the defensive line. Walters becomes the 3rd receiver for Manning. 3rd down and 7. Blocked by Torrent Glenn. Down the middle it goes. Broken up beautifully on the play by Anthony Henry. In his 3rd year out of South Florida. And the Indianapolis Colts have got to punt again. 2nd consecutive.
Good job of protection, but Anthony Henry, talking about a guy that needs a little confidence boost, because Peyton Manning and the Colts barbecued him last year when Marvin Harrison came in here and just schooled him. Had 10 interceptions his first year in the league 2 years ago. Last year struggled and off to a good start in 2003.
Dennis Northcutt, who had a couple returns for touchdowns last year, gets the Hunter Smith punt back at the 31. Bobbles it, takes a nice defensive play. Great special teams. Cliff Crosby limiting Northcutt to a gain of 3 after the 50-yard boot by Hunter Smith. He was lucky to hold on. Browns lead in a 19-yard field goal, 3-0. After the punt by the Colts, defensive line of Rager, Freeney, Triplett, and Raheem Brock. It's 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 33 outside the go William Green. Read beautifully on the side by Drees Bashir. And a gain of about 2 up near the 35-yard line. Closing in on the 2-minute warning.
Green has to go out and leave the field on that play. It knocked him right out of his shoe.
Yeah, that's a good hit.
See, there's a low-maintenance guy. He doesn't need an equipment guy to help him do anything. Yeah. How often do you see that? You got 8 guys huddled around somebody trying to put on a shoe.
Former Big East offensive player at the year at Boston College. When we come back, it'll be 2nd down and 8. 2-minute warning. second down and 8, 2-minute warning. We got Monte Rager along with Scioli, Bratsky, and Freeney on that defensive line. Second down and 8. Here comes Freeney. There goes the pass. They throw the flags as Northcutt makes the grab. Stop that baby. How about the rotation on both defensive lines today, especially the Colts? New faces almost on every play.
False start. Number 10, offense. Simulating the start of a play. 5-yard penalty, second down.
And the reason Butch Davis's quarterback was flinching a little bit was Dwight Freeney was wide open. It was a great little deal they had working there on the defense for Tony Dungy. Ron Meeks' coordinator had Scioli drop off into that slot at the top of the screen basically as a linebacker. And they had Freeney down below wide open.
Nickel secondary, Jim Nelson, the nickel linebacker. Now second down 13 at the 30-yard line. They've got Morgan and Kevin Johnson out there with Northcutt. The pass is intercepted. Picked off on the play by Harper. Grabbed by Northcutt. It is his third career interception. The first turnover by the Cleveland Browns. And the Colts given a great opportunity at the Cleveland 44-yard line. So each quarterback has thrown an interception today with the Browns up by 3. Cleveland quarterback Kelly Holcomb has just thrown an interception. 44-yard line. Best beginning field position on the defensive line. Ward, McKinley, Lang, and Roy for the Cleveland Browns. Tight end is one of the receivers for Manning. Play action on 1st and 10. Down the middle and looking for his rookie, Dallas Clark, incomplete. Covered by Bentley and a little bit by Earl Little in the secondary. Second down and 10.
I want to show you a nice job by a defensive back. Here's Harper working in the slot in this nickel defense. Watch his position to the receiver and the quarterback. Never leaves his eye, never leaves the eyes of the quarterback. Stays in the whole time for that interception. That's one of those ones where if you're looking at the quarterback, say, how in the heck did he not see number 25 and throw it right to him?
Colts have a couple timeouts. Troy Walters is a third receiver. Second down and 10. Manning. Good time off of Edger and James and intercepted by Ben Taylor. That is his first career interception and his first start as an NFL player. And Peyton Manning has thrown his second interception today.
One thing this defense has managed to do for Cleveland is they've kind of got Peyton a little discombobulated. And they've taken away his favorite guy, Harrison, down the field. And you've got the sort of token one hand up in the air and knocking it up. That's going to be an interception probably 9 times out of 10. I mean, if your running back's going to catch the ball, it's got to be 2 hands. And forget the yards. You got to guarantee the catch.
Cleveland has 3 timeouts. Manning has thrown 2 interceptions, 37-yard line. And Jamel White dancing outside. Flag is thrown and finally tackled by Mathis, the rookie from Alabama A&M, a 5th-round pick. And maybe on the Browns.
Yeah, it's probably holding. Whatever it was unanimous because they both threw the flag at the same time. This will be against a wide receiver blocking, which is never their forte usually.
Holding, number 81, offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
Cleveland with 3 penalties, the Colts with 5. How important is week 1? Let's take a look at our fan poll. The various ways. Cast your vote on NFL.com.
All right, I will. Nice, but not a must-have. I think it's the most overrated week of the season, and actually Tony Dungy was very quick to agree with me yesterday when I started talking about that.
Nickel defense, 1st and 16 with the ball at the 31. Here they come. Freeney's got him, but the ball is out, and it's caught by White. He is smothered on the play and brought down by Mathis again. Boy, he's got a motor. Freeney is limping after going at the quarterback. It's a gain of 5 on the play.
Talk about unimpeded. Barry Stokes, 79, barely even slows Freeney down.
Second down 11 with no huddle, and outside they go. Northcutt grabbed immediately on the play by David Macklin. That nickel defense for the Colts. The clock continues to tick. Cleveland Browns have 3 timeouts. That was a gain of 4. Third down and 7. They've got Scioli, Monte Rager on that defensive line with Bratsky. And on the far side, that Mathis, who has really made his presence felt in this first half.
He really has. He's a speed guy, and that's what you need against these big physical tackles, a speed guy.
Third down and 7. Holcomb throws down the middle. It's intercepted again by Nick Harper. And he's on the fly and grabbed from behind by the rookie center, Fain, and he's inside the 11-yard line, close to the 10, a 40-yard return. And the Indianapolis Colts, who have had 3 defensive touchdowns in the last 4 season openers, come up with big play after big play today.
I can't tell you what he was thinking throwing that. Nick Harper will come in this direction. Watch for him. 25. He's freelancing. Kelly Holcomb has got to see this. Well, if Harper doesn't get it, the linebacker coming from the inside does. And I got to wonder how much in love Butch Davis is right now with Kelly Holcomb after his decision to name him the starter. Is there a quick hook? Could we see Tim Couch?
First and goal at the 10. Braun, Warren, Roy, and Lang on that defensive line. Nickel defense for Cleveland. Peyton Manning across the middle, bobbled and reeled in by Harrison to the 8-yard line, tackled by Andre Davis, and a gain on the play of about 2.
But that's exactly what Cleveland is giving Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison, though, is the short underneath stuff. Sure, Marvin will catch it. Sure, he'll go in there and do the business. But see, he's holding his arm a little bit. Receivers get banged up when they go inside and start messing around with linebackers. And he's messing around with way too many linebackers right now.
Harrison today has caught the ball 4 times and gotten 18 yards. Manning has thrown 2 interceptions. Holcomb has thrown 2 interceptions. We've had 3 turnovers in about the last minute and 14 seconds.
Harrison 4 catches for 18 yards. On a good day, he averages 18 yards.
Exactly. James becomes a receiver. Second down goal at the 8. And Manning getting away from Courtney Brown. Lofts a pass, and that is almost intercepted on the play. And Dalen McCutcheon had it ricochet off his palm. Incomplete.
Tell you, Marvin Harrison is going to come across the screen this way. See 88 right there? He is wide open once he clears the linebackers, and Peyton Manning goes right. Bush thinks he's got another one. Oh. Why do coaches have ulcers?
Yep.
They live and die on every play.
5 defensive backs. That's from the Browns last season. Third down goal at the 8. Manning with a couple tight ends. 3 receivers. Into the end zone looking for Harrison, who is covering the play by Robert Griffith. It'll be 4th and goal, flags on the field.
That's going to be a personal foul. It was a late hit on Peyton.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 92, defense.
Courtney Brown.
Contact to the quarterback's head. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
But that play was also a perfect illustration of what Butch Davis's defense is doing to Marvin Harrison. They had him bracketed outside by the corner, inside by Robert Griffith, the safety. He had nowhere to go with that ball. Peyton Manning had to throw that away. They are taking Marvin Harrison down the field away from Peyton Manning.
Griffith, McCutcheon, Earl Little, Crocker, Henry, the 5 defensive backs for the Browns. First and goal at the 4. Empty backfield. 5 receivers, including a tight end and a running back for Peyton Manning. And that ball's batted down. And it may have been Orpheus Roy that knocked it away. Second down. Does Manning look like Manning that we know today?
Well, what I'm interested in right now, I'm thinking halftime adjustments. Yeah, regardless of what happens on this series, at halftime they've got a lot of photos to go over, a lot of defenses to scrutinize, and a lot of adjustments to make. If anything they do right here has got to be up long and high or very, very quick.
Manning has only hit 1 of his last 7 passes. Second down goal, ball at the Cleveland 4. To the end zone, incomplete. And that time looking for Reggie Wayne. The coverage on the play by Anthony Henry.
Remember the term discombobulated?
Or something like that.
Something like that. Tony Dungy's quarterback, Peyton Manning, looks that way.
Yeah.
He's just, I guess the common way to say that would be he's a bit out of sorts. But
yes.
He's just off. And I think it isn't so much that he's off and has bad biorhythms or, it's a bad astrological day. I think it's a bad day for him inflicted by the Cleveland defense, which is right now ruining his timing.
Clark, Harrison, James, Walters, and Wayne, the receivers, 5 for Manning. 3rd and goal at the 4. 5 defensive backs for the Browns. Manning fires a pass, bobbled and incomplete, looking for James. The linebackers recovering right there. We also had rookie Chris Crocker, who played a big role, the rookie out of Marshall, who knocked it away.
Once again, Harrison will come from the left side of the screen and cross in front of the linebackers, and he's trying to hit quick to James. They've taken away his favorite toy, Harrison, and right now the rest of the toy box has got kind of cracks and chips in them.
How about the Colts? Earlier in the game, they had it 1st and goal at the Cleveland 2. Another 1st and goal situation, can't do anything except get that field goal of 22 yards to tie the game from Mike Vanderjagt. That will take us to the end of the first half. High scoring, 3-3 at halftime.
Wow. Talk about a game. You went in, you said, look at these two offenses. We're going to see all kinds of yards. No way. Excellent defense.
4 turnovers, 2 field goals. We are tied. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Couple of field goals and we are tied at 3. Colts had 2 turnovers. Both came in Cleveland territory. 2 interceptions of quarterback Peyton Manning, one of which was deflected. And through 30 minutes, Randy Cross, here are some of the numbers.
Yeah, for my money, on both sides of the ball, you need more running game. Neither quarterback is on their game. You need to see Edgerrin James running more and William Green running more. Get some consistency and get some pace to your offense.
Well, they've got Quincy Morgan deep inside the 5. Vanderjagt will kick it off. This has been a concern of the Colts, the lack of distance in his kickoffs.
Well, during the offseason, it was the lack of control on his mouth making the comments he made for the football team. And you may have the mouth overloading your backside. Little things like not being able to get touchbacks suddenly comes back to bite you. Very, very accurate, though. Very strong leg.
And the only score the Colts have had today. And we kick off the second half from Cleveland Brown Stadium. This will be Andre King, who was grabbed and brought down nicely by rookie Gary Brackett. Some of the Browns' numbers offensively.
Good-looking stats, but both those interceptions were extremely poor throws. And he's the key. To me, William Green is the key. Northcutt, Quincy Morgan, the receivers are nice. You've got to establish the run against this quick, slanting, pursuing defense of Indies.
Brock, Triplett, Josh Williams and Bransky out there in that defensive line. Good spin move by William Green. And the tackle on the play made by Thornton after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3, and they'll spot the ball near the 32.
And against a defensive line is bringing all kinds of fresh bodies in. Is slanting a lot, is extremely quick. Starting off with a draw play is excellent. Let the defense make their declare where they're going to go. Use their quickness against them. Let the running back get the easy yards.
Tight end, 2nd down and 3 on the move. Andre King. Pulled by O'Hara, run by Green, and he knifes his way for a 1st down, finally brought down by Drees Bashir. It is a gain of 7, so he's got 14 yards the last 2 carries.
And one thing you notice, the offensive line starts getting a little bounce in their step. Look at the center feint, blocks back, gets a nice block there. O'Hara, the guard, pulled out. Got a little glancing blow kind of a block, but still established the hole, and that's what you want. Those guys have got to be able to have the confidence that they can run against this team. You're going to get some zeros, but you're going to get some 12s and 13s and 20s also.
Morgan and Johnson, the wide receivers, just coming in. 1st and 10 for Holcomb. Chased and gets away and then throws incomplete on the side. He was being chased by Raheem Brock.
Jay Glazer from the NFL today. In fact, I'm playing Glazer today, and he's got Priest Holmes, so I think I'm getting spanked.
Ooh, yeah, that was a Priest Holmes show and arrow at the first half in Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. 38-yard line. Green finds a seam and is in the secondary before he's brought down by Doss and also by linebacker Marcus Washington. A 1st down run, or at least close to it. Let's see. He'll be very close, up about the 47-yard line.
Watch the linemen maintain the blocks, and when linemen maintain blocks, Guy Pullen can get a quick block on Morris, and the running back gets up the field uncontested. The offense works better. You establish the run, everybody's more confident, even the quarterback.
3rd and a yard, 47-yard line. Base defense in there for the Colts. Green, nice cut. Rams his way into finally Thornton and Rob Morris, who was initially hit by Harris. A gain of 8. William Green on this drive already is carried 4 times for 31 yards. What a great way to begin the second half.
And this is a young man. You know, you talk about what happened the first 8 games, what happened the last 8 games. And look at the difference. You know, you want to think that maybe during a season an NFL rookie learns a little bit about how to be a running back in this league. He's showing what kind of quality he is right now, the way he's running the ball to start this half.
Monte Rager and Scioli have checked in on that defensive line. Green again, flag is down. Great little stutter step move before the rookie Doss makes the stop at the 40 and a gain of 5.
That's going to be a hold against Sean O'Hara, the right guard.
Penalties are even at 5. Peyton Manning has thrown 2 interceptions. Kelly Holcomb has thrown 2 interceptions.
Holding, number 60, offense. 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
It is 1st down and 20 with the penalty back at the 45. James Jackson, who's in the backfield, is caught. Kevin Johnson goes to a 1st down, picks up, I'm sorry, he's about,
that takes care of the penalty.
Yeah, exactly. So now it'll be 2nd down and about 10 to go. And he's down to the 45-yard line of the Colts. Nickel defense will come in Mathis, who is an interesting rookie on that defensive line, with Jim Nelson, the linebacker, and Macklin, who is the nickel back. They bring out Triplett. They put back in Bradsky.
If I was going to run, I'd go at that young defensive end, Mathis. He's so aggressive, there's got to be a hole underneath him.
Janelle White gets the call on 2nd down and 10. Nelson is there along with Doss after a gain of 3, and the gain is to the 42. We've got a lot of guys beginning their NFL careers as starters today. The 3 linebackers of Cleveland, Doss in the secondary for the Indianapolis Colts. Their starting tight end is a rookie, Dallas Clark of Iowa.
Fane, the center from Notre Dame for Cleveland. And we talked about Steve Shulo earlier, but Fame's putting a tough spot for a young guy. Center, that's sort of the center of the hurricane, if you will, when you're a young player.
4 wide receivers, nickel defense for the Colts, 3rd and 7. That's caught across the middle at about the 41-yard line. The tackle was made by Bradsky. The catch was made by White. Also in there on the stop was Thornton. They stopped them shy, and they got to punt the ball.
Not a bad job by the Browns offense. In a game that now is sort of turned into defense and field position, you get this drive, you can get your kicker down to get this ball and spot it inside the 10-yard line. You start winning the field position war. You start running the ball like they've been running it. You can control a football game.
Grant Hyatt is back, a rookie inside the 10 for the Colts.
See if Gardaki can drop that ball straight down again and get that same kind of bite.
This has a bit of a spin to it. He's going for distance, and it's going to be at the goal line. Ricochets into the end zone. The touchback will be to the 20-yard line.
Why not drop it and try to get it inside the 10 again? I don't get that. That makes no sense.
This is the kickoff weekend in the National Football League 2003 with Randy Cross, Kevin Harlan. We're in a jam-packed Cleveland Browns stadium. Touchback on the Cleveland punt. 1st and 10 for Peyton Manning at the 20-yard line. Edgerrin James in the backfield. James today 8 carries and 35 yards. Manning has thrown 2 interceptions. 2 receivers and a tight end split. And Manning right to work. And a good block by Shulo and a drop pass to Dallas Clark. This is the rookie first-round pick out of Iowa. How about some of the Colts' offensive numbers to begin the game?
Well, we talked about Peyton Manning be a little bit out of sorts. And, you know, anytime you see Peyton right around 500 with 2 interceptions and a half, you got to wonder why. And you've got Edgerrin James almost averaging 5 yards a crack. You'd sure like to see him do more running.
On that defensive line, Roy, Lang, they've got Warren and Courtney Brown.
Manning started 12 of 15, only 1 of 9 after that.
2nd down and 10. Manning out of the gun, outside it goes, caught by James, who in turn is grabbed by linebacker Kevin Bentley near the 30-yard line, and a gain of about 9 on the play.
Yeah, if Peyton Manning is sort of the driver of this Indy car the Colts have got working, Edgerrin James is the fuel. He's the guy that's going to make this thing go. Peyton Manning's going to direct this offense and make some wonderful plays, but if you look back at the end of the year at a highly successful season, the reason you're going to be highly successful is going to be Edgerrin James is back to gaining 16, 17, 1,800 yards rushing for you.
Colts have thrown on every 3rd down today, but a base defense of 4 defensive backs for the Browns. 3rd and 1. Here comes Edgerrin James banging his way through and into the secondary for a first down. As he's up to the 39-yard line, gain of 10. The tackle made by middle linebacker Andre Davis.
Well, if I'm Edgerrin James, I might want to tuck my hair in a little bit on the back there. Look at Andre Davis, 2nd time today. Well, watch the back. Watch where his name is, where you can't see from the hair. They're grabbing him in the back there and yanking him down. Nice blocking up front, and then a nice job of breaking a tackle. Then Andre Davis grabs a dreadlock and brings him down.
Mark Ward is checked in on the defensive line of the Browns. 2 tight ends for Manning with a little play action to James, and outside they go. First NFL catch by Dallas Clark, making a miss and finally brought down by Little at the 43-yard line of the Cleveland Browns. 18-yard gain, another first down.
Well, you want to talk about a key rookie, Dallas Clark, the rookie out of BYU, or out of Iowa. Look at him block down 44, give him the little look. Now look, he's looking straight up the field. Never even considers Henry a threat. Henry just barely misses him, 37. That's what a good tight end. You know, the Giants found out last week, or last year, what a good tight end will do for your offense, but that's the 5th ball caught today by an Indy Colt tight end.
That tight end Clark now is a slot man atop your screen. First down and 10.
1-0.
Just got it away. Blocked by Dean. Outside it goes Marvin Harrison. One-on-one with McCutcheon. He brings him down. Gain of 2 on the play. And today, receiving, Harrison 5 catches and 20 yards.
Mission accomplished so far for Butch Davis's defense. Dave Campo and his defensive staff are doing a wonderful job of telling Marvin Harrison, you cannot go down the field.
Nickelbacker has come in defensively. Rookie Chris Crocker, so 5 defensive backs, 2 linebackers. On that line, they've got Word. McKinley is in there now with Roy and Lang. 2nd down and 8. Draw play. James breaks 1 tackle, then brought down by Roy. Gain of 3 on the play to the 38-yard line.
It is funny, we came into this game and spent the last couple days talking to coaches and players, and privately in our own conversations, all we could talk about were these offenses. And what a great show the offenses were going to put on. Well, I tell you, these defenses today have taken the offenses, especially Tom Moore's there from the Colts, and pretty much stymied them.
Courtney Brown has come in for Lang. Total yards today, 3rd down and 5. Colts at the 38-yard line of Cleveland. Nickel defense for the Browns. James out of the backfield, but Manning throws a pass close to a first down. Harrison hauls it in. Working on McCutcheon, working on the youngster Crocker. It's a gain of 7 on 3rd and 5 and a first down to the 32-yard line.
Marvin Harrison cannot go down the field. Look, they're playing him inside out. That's just an excellent job there. Chris Crocker, see, Crocker's inside, safety's inside, corner's here off of those 2 receivers. where are you going to go? You know if he threatens deep, the safety's going to jump him. You've got to settle for underneath.
5 defensive backs remain in the game. Troy Walters becomes the third receiver with Harrison and Reggie Wayne. 1st and 10. You see the play clock. 32 at Cleveland for the Colts. We're tied at 3. Here comes Manning looking off. One receiver going deep. He's got Harrison. Oh! Right off his fingertips and incomplete. And Manning will bite his tongue on that one. The coverage applied by Robert Griffith. But there was separation between Harrison and Griffith on the play.
What was I just talking about? You've got a slot. You've got here, but you got to have help over the top. If he does go deep, Harrison's right here. Watch him shoot up the field. Help over the top. Wow. That right there is a missed opportunity. Ball was about 6 inches overthrown. He can grab another lace or two on that football. Marvin Harrison's going to pull that in.
4 receivers, including a tight end. Nickel defense for the Browns. 2nd down 10. 9th play of the drive. Pitch out to James. Pulling block by Deem. And from behind, the tackle is made by Andre Davis close to a 1st down. In fact, he may have gotten it with that extra push at the end of the play. And he's down to about the 22-yard line.
I'm a big fan of Edgerrin James. I just love the way he runs. Ever since I was sitting in a Cincinnati hotel one year, watching him at the University of Miami, played against my alma mater, UCLA, and he ran for some ridiculous amount of yards, and I'd never heard of the guy.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, ever since then, this guy runs with a passion, a quickness, and a suddenness of motion that's about as good, if not better, than anybody else in this league.
Base defense. Detron Smith is in there. 3rd down and 1. James may have tripped over his own lineman. That was Jeff Saturday. The center was pushed back by McKinley on the defensive line. He had to get to the 22. And I'm not sure if he got that far.
You know who it all starts with? It all starts with the guys up front. Look at that penetration by Kennard Lang. Kennard Lang is 2 yards into the backfield. Gerard Warren's in there making a nice play, but you know the guy that I can't say enough of what he's doing, and nice play there by Lang, number 96, but Courtney Brown has been a factor this entire game. If you're a #1 pick, people expect you to get, 200 sacks in your first 200 games. But I tell you, Courtney Brown is playing one heck of a game against the run. He is a big factor as to why the Colts keep coming up just a little bit short. Look at Peyton. Now Peyton's on the field kind of clapping like, oh, we're going to go for it. You got all that big beef up in front of you, Peyton. You got to get them going. That big rookie, Shulo, 74, and Deem, 71 on the right side.
That's about 680 pounds of right side.
And that's not even talking about Tarek Glenn.
We got Lang, Warren. It is 4th and 1. Someone moved.
Got a movement.
Yep, someone
I don't know,
moved.
it was either Deem or Shulo flinched.
False start, 74, offense.
Now what do you do, punt?
It was Shulo, the rookie. Right now you get Vanderjack on the field and kick a field goal. But it was the rookie, Shulo. It doesn't take much. Watch the right guard position. See that little hump, little flinch right over Peyton Manning's back? He knows it.
Vanderjack in the preseason missed all 3 of his tries. 45-yard try right here. And this for the lead. And he's got his 2nd one today. So the Colts have taken a lead for the first time, 6-3 over the Cleveland Browns. Another field goal by Vanderjagt, and the Indianapolis Colts have taken a 6-3 lead. He sets to kick off. 46-yarder there. Deep back, they've got Quincy Morgan and Andre King. And this will be Morgan at about the 2-yard line for Cleveland. And brought down by Mathis, the rookie defensive lineman. A flag, you see a flag, yep, at the 21-yard line.
Yep, I think it's a little hold.
Holding, number 91, return team. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Peyton Manning has thrown for 133 yards. That guy right there, Kelly Holcomb, 117. Timeout. First down and 10 after the Colts field goal from the 12. Holcomb throws across the middle, and he's got his tight end, Steve Hayden, who played at Division II South Dakota State. And the tackle was made by Rob Morris. It's a gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4. The ball at the 16-yard line.
Well, somewhere in the middle there, around these two possessions, those two interceptions, Kelly Holcomb just sort of took a mental vacation on a couple of passes.
Raheem Brock triplet. Feeney along with Williams on that defensive line. It's second down and 4, and William Green is finally brought down by Marcus Washington. And on the play, gain of about 3, and he's up to the 21.
Now, one of the real keys, if you want to get a running game going, it's never a good sign when your running back is trying to make people miss on his side of the line of scrimmage. Bruce Arians, offensive coordinator, is kind of playing dial and guess right now with this offense. You know what should work, you know what hasn't worked, then you got on one side of your list the ones you hope work.
Base defense, third down and 1. 21-yard line. Open to Green. Oh, and a nice block thrown inside by tight end Darnell Sanders, who wears number 89. So when you watch the replay, look for that, because he turned his guy in and out went Green.
And watch Melvin Fowler too. Backside guard pull. Good block by the tight end. Excellent trap block right there on a counter by Fowler, opening up that hole.
Sanders out of Ohio State. Another high school quarterback at Warrensville Heights High School.
But coach, I can throw. Get in there and block.
First and 10. Holcomb to the air. He's thrown 2 interceptions today. He gets away from triplet. Winds and throws, and the pass is caught by Kevin Johnson. Working on the rookie course safety, Mike Doss. Gain of 9 on the play to the 38-yard line of Cleveland.
You know, Kevin Johnson does a nice job of just keeping his pattern and his route alive. Holcomb has to move. He stays with it and gives the quarterback something to hit. You notice how his upper body was kind of turned towards Kelly Holcomb to give him that full target. That was a nice job by the young wide receiver.
Bratsky has come in on the line, taking the place of Freeney. It is a first down for the Cleveland Browns. A couple tight ends in there. 39-yard line, first and 10. Fake to Green. It buys him some time. He wants to go deep and just throws it out. The coverage was great on the play. They had the tight end, Shea, covered by the cornerback, Walt Harris.
Edge doesn't look real happy. Edge shouldn't be real happy right now. This team is really not good, looking very good on the offensive side of the ball.
5 defensive backs, second down, 10. Draw play handoff. This is Green again. And he picks up about 2, brought down by Raheem Brock and Mike Doss. We have called Doss's name, number 20, a rookie starting today for the first time often this afternoon.
Remember, we talked about the analogy, Tony Dungy, and he does it hesitantly because he doesn't want to put too much pressure on a young guy, about the analogy between John Lynch and Doss. But he says the one thing they have in common is they both expect from the get-go to be starters, and they both expect from the get-go to make the big plays. So it's never a shock.
6 defensive backs, 4 linemen, 1 linebacker, 3rd and 8 from the 41. A block by Stokes. Time for Holcomb. Throws a pass, and it's caught on the side. And that is the running back, Jamal White. And he's down to the 42-yard line of Indianapolis. It's a gain of 17 on the play. And they had Harper over there. Harper has picked off Holcomb twice today, knocks him out of bounds.
Barry Stokes there working against Freeney. Freeney's got him hooked. That is not holding. The protection works because of Stokes. The result, just a nice pickup by the Browns offense. Good patience, good execution, good pass blocking.
That'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter in a rapidly moving game here at Cleveland Stadium. 8th play of the drive coming up when we come back. We'll return to Cleveland Browns Stadium after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the National Football League on CBS. With Randy Cross, Kevin Harlan, Colts on top by 3. Both quarterbacks have thrown 2 interceptions. Manning's thrown a couple deep Cleveland territory. First down and 10. We haven't seen Quincy Morgan since the first quarter. Anything thrown to him, he's played, but nothing there. But there's something there from Green. Bumped out of bounds by Harris. William Green picks up 11 yards. Another Cleveland first down as we start the fourth quarter. But Quincy Morgan has been quiet. He's played, but he has not been thrown to.
Watch the side collapse and the hole open. Nice job on the right side of the line by Sean O'Hara and Ryan Tucker with Steve Hayden at tight end. Collapsing the side of the defense. Fatigue, fourth quarter, opening game. Fatigue is becoming a real factor.
Bransky, Rager, Triplett, Scioli on the defensive line. First down and 10, 31-yard line for Kelly Holcomb. And people were moving on that one. You know, we really haven't talked much about Tim Couch, the much ballyhooed matchup between Holcomb and Couch in the preseason. They selected Holcomb because they said he was more accurate.
That's what happens when you lose.
Before the snap, false start, 85, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That is 8 penalties now in the Cleveland Browns today. There's Couch.
See, when you lose the competition and you're not really going to go in the game, you buckle your chin strap back behind your head. That is just south of a baseball cap.
Freeney back on the defensive line for Indianapolis. First and 15. Oh, what great penetration on the play by the aforementioned Freeney, along with Monte Rager, who came as a free agent from the Denver Broncos. A loss of 2 on the play.
Can you say penetration from the outside? Right underneath. I mean, right straight underneath Barry Stokes. Stokes doesn't get off the ball. You're taught that as a young offensive lineman at whatever level you start at. Don't ever get beat inside, but fatigue isn't only on the defensive side of the ball. It's also on the offensive side of the ball in a game like this early in the season. 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs for the Colts. Second down, 17. 10th play of the drive from the 39-yard line. Holcomb winding up and fires it on the near side, and it's caught. Andre Davis, 2 years out of Virginia Tech. 18-yard pickup and a first down to the 20-yard line of the Indianapolis Colts. That is the first reception by Davis today. It's amazing how much different your passing game looks when you get that running game going. William Green's up to 72 yards in this game, 53 in the second half since they came back, and it has opened up Kelly Holcomb's offense for him. The passing looks better.
Base defense back in there for Indianapolis. First down and 10 from the 20 of the Colts for the Browns. William Green chased by Williams, brought down by Josh Williams, who is 4 years out of Michigan, loss of a yard.
I tell you, guy, we talk about fatigue. That's got to be getting tired. It's Rob Morris. I mean, he just started practicing on Wednesday. Number 94, Rob Morris. You know, Tony Dungy says, I don't know about his conditioning. In fact, he's going to leave the field right now, and Brackett, the young middle linebacker, is going to come in for him. But pretty gutsy performance. And Morris mentioned yesterday when we talked to him, you know, I don't know how I'm going to feel Monday morning after this game. 3 days practice and a game, and so far today he's got 5 tackles and a lot of bumps.
Nickel defense, Jim Nelson, the middle linebacker, in now. Second down 11. There goes a flag, free play. Outside they go, and it goes to Hayden. He was brought down by Harris and by Thornton.
Yeah, Raheem Brock came out of his starting blocks a little early. International track now, you're only allowed 1 false start and you're scratched.
Go on. Only field goals today here in Cleveland.
Offside, number 79, defense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
It's Raheem Brock, whose dad played in the NFL, Zachary Brock. Second down and 6. 16-yard line. They move Hayden out of the backfield. One of 3 tight ends in there for the Cleveland Browns. Quincy Morgan, the wide receiver. And Holcomb throws, and it's almost intercepted for a 3rd time today by Nick Harper. He has swiped 2 Holcomb passes already. He almost made it a trifecta.
Nick Harper is living inside of Tim Couch's head. His eyes, his focus, his hands are all over Tim Couch. Couch knows where he's going. Morgan knows where he's going, but more importantly for the Colts, Nick Harper knows where it's going. Look at Holcomb. Man, that's called dodging a bullet.
5 defensive backs in the game. 3rd down, 6 from the 16. Multiple receivers for Holcomb. He fires a pass. It's Northcutt who spun off one defender. That was Harris. And he squeezes inside before Doss gets him. It's a gain of 8 on 3rd and 6. A nice corkscrew move to get the first down.
Hey, you know, Kev, I was talking about fatigue, and one of the things where fatigue starts showing is in your tackling. When your tackling goes down, remember, folks, these football teams have played preseason games. Almost everybody, without exception, now plays night preseason games. So you get into the first regular season game, it's at 1 o'clock, and suddenly you're playing this many plays in heat. Even if it is a beautiful day, it's still daytime, and to you, it's hot.
Base defense in. He swept by Harper that time. It is 1st and goal at the 8th.
Clock.
Yep, little delay
clock.
game.
Yep.
Little the first we've seen today.
Though Peyton Manning has milked it down to about half a second
Ball
a few
start,
times.
79. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
But you know what's funny about that? You say it's come down to a half second, and you're right. Last year, they only called twice for delay of game on offense, which to me is remarkable since he calls every play at the line.
Well, he knows exactly where he is. I mean, they usually get over the ball at about 18 seconds. You get the luxury of looking like you're hurrying and having that much time to get the play off. 1st and goal at the 13.
Holcomb. Here comes Washington. There goes the pass, caught by Shea, and then he slithers his way into the grasp of Rob Morris. Another flag.
It's going to be a blow to the head, I think, on Holcomb.
And I think it was either Washington or Scioli who was guilty.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 53.
It was Washington.
Defense.
Yep, he's kicking himself.
Launching,
And he should.
contacting the quarterback in the
Watch
helmet.
where he comes from.
After
He's
this is
coming
to the
from the
goal.
top of the
Automatic
screen, I
first down.
believe, unimpeded, and he launches himself at Holcomb. Leaves his feet and launches himself. That is a please throw a flag on me move by a defensive player. You leave your feet and go after a quarterback, they're going to call you for that now every time.
You see where that flag landed, by the way, in this very interesting location. We've had flags hit people on the head already. Fell right on Scioli's head. Timeout. It'll be 1st and goal at the 3 for the Cleveland Browns. No touchdowns in this game so far.
We've already seen this from the Browns. They had to settle for a field goal last time they got down here on 1st and 3.
3 tight ends. Green in the backfield. King is on the move. Green. A block from King and Fowler, and then he was drilled by Drees Bashir. No gain, 2nd and goal.
Now remember where that ball was snapped. The ball was snapped on the 3-yard line, and every one of the tacklers, would-be tacklers, eventual tacklers, were going at Green on his side of the line of scrimmage. That was excellent penetration by the entire left side of that Colts defense. You can see from the number of bodies that are running on and off, it looks like the Raiders on offense. The Raiders run 4 or 5 guys, except the difference is the Raiders don't put them all in the game. They run them back off the field.
3rd and goal at the 3, 16th play of the drive. Nickel back is Macklin. 3 wide receivers out there for Holcomb. 2nd and goal at the 3, Green. Nice defensive play inside by Harper. So he's had 2 interceptions. He's deflected a couple others, and he makes a nice stop right there on Green.
Well, in that play, too, the Cleveland offensive line had some movement. They had a little something going, but it was that late penetration by Harper taking away the cutback, saved the touchdown.
Back to the base defense for the Colts. 3rd and goal at the 2.
Gee, you think it's a pass?
Might be. 3 tight ends in for the Cleveland Browns. King in motion. Holcomb. Green bobbles it. And they broke it. It's incomplete, even though Doss is picking it up. It'll be 4th and goal. They'll have to settle for a 3-point try. And the Colts defense inside the 10 does it again.
Again. Watch where that ball's thrown. That is giving your running back no chance to catch the ball. That is a very poor pass. Kelly Holcomb knows it. More importantly, Bruce Arians, his offensive coordinator on the sidelines, he knows it too.
So first and goal at the 3, and they got to settle for 3, and the Colt defense does it for a second time in this game. This is Dawson trying to tie it, and does. At 6. With 8:50 to play in the fourth quarter on the opening weekend. We're tied for a second time in this game now at 6. Only field goals both ways. 2 interceptions of Manning, 2 interceptions of Holcomb. Both teams have had it in goal-to-go situations. The defenses for both teams have done a great job, twice apiece. And the subsequent kickoff after the field goal. And this is picked up by Detron Smith, who bobbles it, and then picked up by his backup, Brian Allen, who is brought down very quickly by Lewis Sanders at the 25-yard line. So now Peyton Manning, who has had a lot of fourth quarter come from behind wins in his career, has another one staring him in the eye. Well, both teams have had scoring opportunities, but the defense has done a pretty good job. Kevin Harlan, Randy Cross, great to have you with us in this opening weekend of the NFL season.
Great offensive show, huh? Fireworks, nothing but defense. Didn't expect this, but we're seeing a great one. Who's going to make the fatal mistake? Somebody's going to blow a coverage. Somebody's going to make a mistake, and it's going to be the game decider.
Warren and Roy on that defensive line. Courtney Brown, Lang on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Andrew and James stopped, grabbed, tried to squirt free, and then brought down. Courtney Brown has done it again. A gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9.
And we talk about, key mistakes and key problems, and Peyton Manning early has had some problems. And these interceptions, you look at the first one, is this Peyton's? Well, he got a little too cute and tried to lob it. And this is not Peyton's interception. That's Edgerrin James's interception with that tip ball. But somebody's going to make a mistake. Like I said, it'll be fatigue, it'll be a mental error, but it's coming.
It's Clark on the move. James today, 58 yards. 2nd down and 9. Here they come. There goes James. Grabbed by Henry. Can't bring him down. And finally, he's hit by Ben Taylor after a gain of 2. Also got some help from Anthony Henry on the corner.
Looking back on it, we might have already, Kevin, seen our mistake with that pass that Holcomb had in the flat down there by the goal line. Because if William Green is led with the ball, even thrown into his body and catches that ball, it would have been a touchdown. So we may have already seen our key mistake, at least the one that cost Cleveland.
Nickelback Chris Cocker has come in. 3rd down and 7. 3 receivers deployed. James in the backfield. And Manning fighting the crowd and fighting defense, which has been tough all day. And Manning throws a pass, and it's caught for a 1st down by Reggie Wayne, who Manning said yesterday has had his best camp. The light went on in camp. He gains 11 on 3rd and 7, and the tackle is made by Henry.
And this game's a good illustration of a burning need for the Indianapolis Colts. They need the off receiver to be a factor. When I said the off receiver, I mean the guy other than Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison gets shut down. Where do they go? Who do they go to? Reggie Wayne's got 2 catches today, both on 3rd down.
Mike Word is on that defensive line now for the Cleveland Browns. 39-yard line from Manning. 1st down and 10. Edgerrin James, his 14th carry today. There he goes, a block by Wayne, grabbed by Henry. Flag is thrown, grabbed also by Griffith, and I think his face mask was grabbed in the process. Wait a minute.
Now they're coming up with a holding against Indianapolis.
Holding, number 87, offense. 10-yard penalty. Still, 1st down.
1st and 10. You speak for yourself from the 39-yard line. Is Davis going to blitz? No, he backpedals in coverage. Hand off to James, who trips over his own feet. Make sure he didn't go any place was Orpheus Roy, the ex-Steeler. Also coming in there was Kevin Bentley, who intercepted Manning earlier in the game in the end zone in the game's very first drive. It'll be 2nd down and 11. James has played 52 games in the NFL. He's gained 100 or more in 26. He's gained less than 100 in the other 26. He has never been in the minus category.
I think I smell one coming.
Second down 11 from the 38. Manning against the nickel defense. Batted down. I think Mark Ward got a hand on it. Number 90. You see him right there. He has played for Kansas City, the Rams in Europe, and the Canadian Football League. And it looked like Ward got a hand on the Manning pass.
Well, it was Ward and McKinley and Warren and Kennard Lang. Look at the pressure in the face of Peyton Manning. It doesn't have to be right here. It comes up in the farther away from him, but he's trying to get cute, throwing it underneath, and doesn't get away with it.
It was Mark Ward who knocked it away, and it was a big play by him. As the rotating defense continues, nickel defense for the Browns. Third down and 11 from the 38. Here comes Manning scrambling. Here comes Crocker, and he has to throw it away because the rookie forced him that way. And the coverage downfield by Dalen McCutcheon. The secondary comes through, and all Peyton Manning can do is shake his head in frustration.
Remember, we say the favorite toy, that's Harrison. Goes the other way. Everybody else comes here. But watch the coverage. Watch the DBs. Nothing to go do there. Nothing to go do down the field. Nothing to go do across the field. Excellent coverage by the Cleveland secondary.
Here's the punt by Hunter Smith. Great rush put on by Claybrooks, and it's out of bounds. Felipe Claybrooks came through and just about got a hand on it. So we're tied at 6. It's the season opener. 5 minutes to play, and the Browns have the ball. With Randy Cross, Kevin Harlan tied at 6, 5:02 to play. Manning has thrown 2 interceptions. Holcomb has thrown 2 interceptions. Nick Harper has picked off 2 Kelly Holcomb passes today for the Colts secondary.
Remember, we're looking for that mistake. We're looking for somebody to blow a coverage, somebody to throw a ball where it shouldn't be, like Holcomb's done twice already.
Base defense for the Colts from the 27, 1st and 10. William Green around the block by Tucker. He's in the backfield, and he fumbles the ball. And it's loose, and I think the Browns have vacuumed it in at the 45-yard line. They have. And it was Dennis Northcutt, the wide receiver, who reels it in. An 18-yard pickup. And a first down, obviously.
And I'm sitting here watching that run going, well, there's a good way to make sure your quarterback doesn't beat you with an interception. Pound the ball and run it. Well, a turnover's a turnover. What a nice job defensively of stripping that ball out of there by Walt Harris. He just pulled the ball right out of William Green's hands. Right here. Strip.
Freeney's on the defensive line with Triplett, Raheem Brock, Monte Reger. 1st and 10, they go outside. That's the running back, Green, shoved out of bounds, kind of, by Marcus Washington. He's to the 49-yard line of Indianapolis.
That was exactly where that ball needed to be thrown, down by the goal line. It was the same play. You saw he made 5 yards. That's 6 points down by the goal line if that ball's led to him just like that.
Northcutt is a receiver with Kevin Johnson. Green remains in the backfield. There are 2 tight ends for the Cleveland Browns. Base defense remains for the Colts. 2nd down and 4 from the 49. Holcomb outside. Northcutt. One-on-one. Harper comes up with another big defensive play. Knocks him off his horse. Loss of a yard.
Don't you love opening day for the who is that factor?
And he's one of them.
Oh, Harper is the factor. You know, going into this game, you're worried about a lot of guys defensively. If you're an offensive football player, I don't think Nick Harper kept anybody awake last night in Cleveland. No. But I guarantee you one thing, they watch this tape, they're going to know Nick Harper was in this ball game. This is a career coming out party for the young man.
Now 6 defensive backs, 1 linebacker, 4 in the line. 3rd down and 5, just into Indianapolis territory. Jamel White in the backfield, and that's where they go to outside. But Jim Nelson, the veteran, has got a read on it and brings him down. He's played for San Francisco, Green Bay, and Minnesota, and brought in as a nickel linebacker. And Jim Nelson picks it up and brings him down and forces the Browns to punt.
Well, the coverage down the field is excellent. The protection is adequate. The result is absolutely inferior and something you do not need. I mean, good pressure up front by Bradsky, getting some pressure in Kelly Holcomb's face, but that was a bad possession by that Cleveland offense.
The rookie Pyatt is deep back, awaiting the punt from Chris Gardocki. Each team with 3 timeouts and a line drive boot.
That's a return ball there.
It is from the 5-yard line. He busts free, and then Brant Boyer brings him down. Brant Boyer, a great special teams player who began with the Jacksonville Jaguars, a 50-yard punt and a 3-yard return.
I don't see a flag on the ground, Kevin, but they got away with a push in the back there.
Now it's Manning, who's had 13 come-from-behind wins in his career. Manning's got 3 timeouts, begins things at his own 8, first down and 10. Defensive line of McKinley, Brown, Lang, and Warren. From the gun, 3 receivers deployed. Here comes Peyton Manning. Harrison sneaks that catch in close to a gain of 10 on the play. He's near the 19-yard line and brought down by McCutcheon along with Ben Taylor.
That's the 8th ball thrown to Marvin Harrison, his 7th catch, and the first one we've seen today of any significant yards, it seems.
Walters, Harrison, and Wayne are the wide receivers. Edgerrin James is in the backfield. Manning 20 of 34 passing today and 2 interceptions. And on first and 10, he throws to James, who tumbles for 5. He is brought down on the play by the linebacker Taylor. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Tied at 6 on the opener in the NFL.
Nothing cold about this.
Nope.
2 years ago, the Browns lost their opener 9-6. Looks eerily similar if Manning can get a drive together here.
On the 24. Manning throws. It's caught by Ricky Williams. Grabbed from behind by Andre Davis. He's up to the 33. It's a gain of 9. It is a first down.
Yeah, one of the advantages the Colts have is they don't have to go out of their offense to go into a 2-minute offense. They start and end the game in a 2-minute offense, basically.
Manning again. First down and 10. Williams in the backfield. The pass across the middle. And that is not caught by Harrison. Well, how have the big guns done today? Harrison and James.
Well, James moderate, Harrison controlled. So on both sides, you got to say that the Cleveland defense has done their job. Their job was to make somebody other than Marvin Harrison catching it and Edgerrin James running it beat him. And so far, they've accomplished. Can they finish the deal?
Walters, Harrison, and Wayne, the receivers. That's a pass intended for the tight end, Clark. Now it'll be third down and 10. Big game here. Let's go to New York and Jim Nance.
Yes, take note of this story here, Kevin. Houston at Miami, and the Texans have taken the lead. Here's how they've done it. It's Carr to Corey Bradford. 78 yards, longest pass play in the young Texans history. They went for 2 and missed, but just got a field goal to go in front 15-14. Miami's won 11 straight openers, but down 1 just a minute into the 4th. Back to you guys.
David Carr hasn't thrown a touchdown pass since last November. Second down and 10. Thank you, Jim, from the 33. Make it third down and 10. Blocked by Glenn. Here comes Manning. What a catch made by Wayne across the middle. He's up to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 15 yards on third down and 10.
Peyton Manning might have found his off receiver. Reggie Wayne has come up with some big catches in this game.
First and 10. This is Harrison, brought down immediately by linebacker Ben Taylor. He's down to the 49-yard line of Cleveland. It's a gain of 2. It's second down and 8. The Indianapolis Colts have 3 timeouts remaining.
And again, a good perfect illustration of why you need an off receiver when your star receiver is catching 2-yard little dinks.
5 defensive backs. Manning, sidearm delivery. This is caught by Walters, who spins his way near a first down, near the 40-yard line. He was brought down by linebacker Andre Davis.
10 more yards, you're in Vanderjack's not chip shot, but you get around the 45, 46 range. He was drilling him into the net in warm-ups from 47.
He's had 6 game winners in his career. Vanderjagt has kicked a couple of field goals today and beat out Brent Conway in the preseason. Awaiting, that's his career-long 54. He's had 6 game winners. It's first down and 10 for Peyton Manning at the 40-yard line. 36 seconds to play. Colts have 2 timeouts. 5 defensive backs. They go outside. It's caught by Walters. Pulled down from behind by Davis. He's inside the 31-yard line. The Colts want a timeout. It's a gain of 10.
They are now in field goal range, Kevin. This is Vanderjagt country.
Timeout.
Well, we're talking about a close loss. Remember 2 years ago, opener 9-6? It was a theme last year, and this is a playoff team. with this many close losses. How close is this league? That should tell you right there. You got a team that Butch Davis takes to the playoffs that lost by a hair's breadth every single time. How ironic after the offseason popping off and he and Peyton Manning having the duel they did, that the opener comes down a few months later to Peyton getting his team to position to set up Vanderjagt for a winner.
5 defensive backs. Harrison Walters playing the receivers. 2nd down and 2. This is Marvin Harrison trying to slice his way inside. Grabbed by the middle linebacker Andre Davis. It's a gain of 5. 1 timeout remaining for the Colts. You see the time winding down. He's to the 27-yard line.
Yes.
11th play of the drive. They took over with 2:39 to play in the game. Manning watches the clock go down and set things up for Mike Vanderjagt. Has Manning let another come from behind win? Can Vanderjagt win it? Colts place kicker Mike Vanderjagt had 2 game-winning field goals last year. 38-yarder here. November 24th, he nailed a 51-yard field goal in overtime in the snow in Denver to beat the Broncos by 3. He's had 6 in his career. Can he make it 7? The hold will come from Hunter Smith. The snap from Justin Snow and a timeout. That's what Butch Davis wants, and he's going to get it. The Browns have 3. They burned their first right there. There is very little wind, and it's been this way throughout the game.
Yeah, one thing that always impresses me about Vanderjagt is his kicking motion. You know, a lot of times you see the very classic soccer style with the smooth, long, fluid follow-through. Watch him as he drives through this ball. Literally, he is a strong kicker that drives that leg through it. It looks very short, very abrupt, but there's a lot of power behind it. Got to start it as a right-footed soccer-style kicker. He's going to want to start it inside the right upright, and they have a little golf draw on it.
One thing to keep note of, the Browns blocked a total of 5 kicks last year, including 4 field goals in one season. So we'll see if that comes into play. It'll be a 45-yard try. Bad snap. It was held well, and the kick is up, and it is good. And the clock with a second remaining, and Mike Vanderjagt has just given the Indianapolis Colts another lead, 9-6, with a second on the clock.
How strong is Mike Vanderjagt's leg? Watch this drive.
Watch the bad snap. It was on the ground and picked up nicely by Smith.
Started at the right upright, draw it in, and just drives it. But it starts with Hunter Smith. What a rally. Terrible snap, great rally, and recovery by Hunter Smith. And Butch Davis, been there, done that, got this t-shirt, 9-6 in an opener, just like 2 years ago.
That is some kind of composure by Hunter Smith. And Vanderjagt, for him, just another day at the office.
Just think, last February was referred to as that liquored-up kicker.
Yeah. That's
After his comments by Peyton Manning.
Manning was on the sideline at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, what a way to begin for the Indianapolis Colts. They're attempting their 5th consecutive opening game win. They have won 4 straight season openers heading into today. There is a second to play.
You know, Kevin, I said it earlier, looking for that mistake, that flaw. It very well might have been that underthrown pass down by the goal line by Kelly Holcomb. Not getting the ball to William Green where he could run it in.
Mike Vanderjagt set to take on for Indianapolis.
Vanderjagt will kick off and scrubs it on the ground, picked up by Boyer. Gives back to King, who now hands off to White, and he's tackled. And there's no time on the clock, and the Indianapolis Colts have won their 5th straight opening game win. Mike Vanderjagt has had his 7th game-winning field goal, and Peyton Manning has his 14th career 4th quarter comeback win. Jim Nantz, a terrific game to open the season here in Cleveland, Ohio. Peyton Manning on an off day, and the Colts beat the Browns. We'll shuffle it off from here to you in New York in our studios.